Hello everybody and welcome back to a Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod playing as Lord Victor Goldfyre of Tarich. So, before we officially begin, I wanted to say thank you all so much. I have reached 500 subscribers and I am just without words. I appreciate everyone's support on this. I couldn't have done it without you all. All your support, all the likes, all the comments that you've given all my previous videos, all the different name suggestions, everything. I couldn't have done it without you all. So I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. And I just love this game. You know, I love you all. And yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you real quick. I'm, you know, fairly new to YouTube, so I'm still don't know how to do just about everything just yet, but I'm working on it, and without your support, I couldn't do it without you. So, without further ado, last episode we did send a courtier to Valyria, and they came back, or to recover Brightroar, and they came back with nothing. So they died on the journey over to Valyria over here. They died. So we can't really do anything. I did try to open a debug mode to get Lord Victor of the Shield. Instead of being a Crownlander, he's back to High Valyrian. But unfortunately, in the Game of Thrones mod, the High Valyrian is called something else. And I just couldn't find it. Maybe I might be able to do it before next episode, but still, we have well, for now, Lord Viserys the Beggar King, that he has a High Valyrian culture, although he is currently sick. He's feeling fine, so I don't think he'll die, but he is ill. So he's the only other High Valyrian, and I do want to have our family members learn the High Valyrian culture so they could spread it on to their kids and so on and so forth. But for the time being, I guess we could only work with the Beggar King Viserys. So that is very interesting. Also, the king of the Lord Paramount of the Westerlands changed from Jaime Lannister to Lord Tytos of the Westerlands, who is Tytos Brax, and he's over here in Hornvale. So very interesting. And Lord Jaime does still have Casterly Rock, and he still does have Castamere. And I know a few people last episode noticed that there are some factions going against me, and you are completely correct. One of them is a loyalist faction with Lord Dennis Strong of Rumbridge. Oh, against my liege. Against me, there are none. But against the faction, against my liege, there is a Liberty faction, another Liberty faction, as well as a faction to install Lord Jaime of Casterly Rock on the Westerland throne, which of course Jaime is joining. See, if we join that, we'll have to go to war with just about everybody else, so I'm not really too sure if we should do that. So we could pardon our brother, Lord Vaymond. Look at, he has a mustache now. Congratulations, Vaymond. You are 20 years old. He's still married to Lady Adrena of Bornline, which is from Fair Island. So awesome stuff, awesome stuff. So without further ado, I think I'm still looking to get more money to eventually go back and to recover Brightroar, although we can't do that until 323. So there's still some time to do that. Can we go to Valyria? Yes, we could. So we can send an expedition to Old Valyria in the meantime, because I think we'll get another 500 gold to fund this, and then get another 500 to once again fund that. So we'll be able to. So for now, we could host something. We could host a grand tournament ourselves, but I don't think we're going to do that. Somebody else pointed out as well that Trembly in Tremblestone does have low control, so we're going to increase control there. And yeah, let's just get more money. Lord Andrin is out here giving us some martial. Should we fabricate a claim on something else? We're still allied to the High Lordship of Casterly Rock, so we're not going to be doing anything with that. Tytos is over here. Tytos only has Hornvale. I'm surprised they wanted to get him in power out of all people. So We already went to his throne to pay homage, so we are in support of whoever's in power. The child was not meant to be. My wife, Lady Cara, assures me that it was the way of life, but her hand lingers on her belly. She is no longer pregnant. That is very unfortunate. So now Lord Tydos is being attacked by Lord Roland for a liberty war once again. So I wonder what they're going to get. If they enforce their domains, the crown authority of Lord Paramount of Westlands is reduced by 1 step. Lord Tydos will owe every Liberty faction member a favor, is disbanded. So that's not a terrible lot. They're not trying to reinstate somebody else. I think what we should do is try to have even more kids with Lady Cara. While performing her duties as spy master, Suriane uncovered a secret held by my master Malian. He has secretly taken Ronald, the septon of Lord Mainford of Honeymaiden, as a lover. Very useful information indeed. Looks like she's keen on it as well. And I think we'll wait for her, pay some 5 gold to do this. Ooh, what is this? She exclaims excitingly. I like where this is going. Awesome, we got a 20% chance of getting her pregnant, so that's good. My wife is a deviant. Ooh, look at Lord Damien Pennylover gave me 126 gold in additional taxes. See? And he doesn't want to start any factions against us. I was able to fetch a secret. Barros tries to protect at Lord Victor's court. I will hand you the evidence I found, but of course I gotta pay her some money to do so. Let me guess. Barros is a lover. He has the lover secret. I'm not interested. Thanks, wife, but no thanks. So we did have Jaehaerys on last episode. So he doesn't have the Valyrian traits, which I thought was interesting. Kelvin Congrave died in his sleep, so somebody killed him. Great. We could petition our liege. What can we gain out of it? Council appointment? Not necessary. Not necessary. Lady Cara gained the trait pregnant. Awesome. Hopefully she will have her kid and we'll spin that wheel once again. Uh-oh. Castella is no longer a wet nurse. What is going on with her? Ooh, she has the great pox. No, you're kidding. There's a pox spreading in my land? Maybe she, like, traveled and got it. Okay. While performing her duties as spy master, Suriane has uncovered a secret held by Lara. She was the woman who had the failed murder attempt against Roland, but he died of old age. Lara, I don't know why you would do such a thing and sink so low. You failed, though, so there's no real crime. Other than attempted murder, potentially. We could start legends like the Reigns of Castamere, but I don't think we will just yet. We're going to save our money. So I think we're going to collect taxes as our next one, so we'll get an extra 25%. So now we're up to 4.5 gold a month, which is huge. Somebody suggested we get another man-at-arms, which I agree. Trebuchets, which do 0.9, mangonels, which do 0.6, and onagers, which do 0.4. I think we'll go for the 96, and this will be the one thing that we spend money on for now, just to get some siege weapons, just in case there's another war brewing and we need to fight it. Your liege lost their war with Roland, so it looks like they dropped their liberty down a peg. Tydos is, yep, Crown Authority number 2 on the 2 Crown Authority. Rexdo, we could construct some buildings, but I don't think we will. We're going to save our money to travel to Valyria, because I think that would be loads of fun. While performing her duties as Spy Master, Suriane has uncovered a secret held by Barros. See, we didn't have to pay for this secret. He likes the company of other men. Who would have thought? I feel like our father's known that. We've known that forever. This is old news, ladies and gentlemen. Old news. Lady Shira has 7 points. So while we're playing, let's check on the realm. Jamie is still rocking the Westerlands. Who's over here in the Reach? Lord Paramount Willis, the Summer Rose of the Reach, and he's married to Lord Paramount Lena of the Reach, who is of House Costain. And they have one kid, Lady Louisa Storm. Storm. Was born a bastard raised in the Stormlands. Interesting. Good job, Lady Storm. You are their only child. King Renly is, of course, on the Iron Throne, which the Iron Throne is based out of Storm's End, so that's very cool. Dorne. We have Lady Corraine of Dorne, whose father was Lady Ariane, who died in childbirth, and Brandon Karstark. So very interesting. And Lord Doran, the Trickster of Dorne, drank himself to death. So very cool. Tyrosh is still rocking out here. Mira is still rocking. Pentos, Lys. And trade cities are growing. Other than that, let's check out the Riverlands. The Crownlands is still controlled by Viserys. Edmure is the Lord Paramount of the Riverlands, and he's burnt half of his face. We have Lord Robert the Frail of the Vale. It kind of rhymes. I like that. And he's married to Lady Marissa of the Vale. To the prospective victor, I do not believe we will find anything either. There's going to be less than a graveyard. So let's go ahead and support schemes. Eddard is still very much alive at 53 years old, and he still has all of his sons. Very well, you know best. Yes. The wall is still rocking. There are a few kingdoms above the wall, beyond the wall. The Frozen Shore, we have the Frost Fangs, the First Forest, the Frost Fangs. So it's all looking good over there. And of course, the Ironborn, we have Lord Roderick of the Iron Islands. And King Balon died from his wounds. So very interesting. Is Euron still alive? I don't know. Oh, either or. Yes, we have our first daughter ever. Oh, Karya, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have a perfect little daughter. Who will you become, my child? And what shall I call you? So let's go to that wheel. First one for the daughters. And here we are. The wheel, the daughter wheel. So we have Maelys, Laenys, Selena. We have all of these great names here. And let's give it a couple good shuffs. And spin that wheel. And let's see what we can get. Let's see who this daughter is going to be. We landed on Daenys. Daenys. Absolutely love this name, Daenys. We're going to remove you from the list. And you shall be named Daenys Goldfyre, our very first daughter. So, in old Valyrian culture, typically, you would marry your oldest child with your oldest daughter. Unfortunately, we're not High Valyrian with the High Valyrian faith. We are Faith of the Seven and a Westerosi Valyrian. So we have the traits of Old Valyria, but without the religion of Old Valyria. So we cannot do that. Now, that being said, I can't believe it. She does not have Valyrian traits either. She has blue eyes, just like his mother, just like her mother. So that is very interesting. So Daenys Goldfyre, welcome. I'm glad you were brought into this world. And hopefully we can get some more Valyrian children like Damon and Baywin. Jaharion and Daenys. It looks like there's like a high tower split, you know? Like some of them have my mother's, some of them have the father's traits, so, you know? House of the Dragon. So very cool, I'm excited about that. Accusations of witchcraft, bloodstained cloth, crow's feathers, strange-smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Midvale as a proof that Orana has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of the village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of their sick animals and are calling for her execution. So we could, the evidence is circumstantial, release her. We could gain 300 stewardship. She must burn for the crimes against the 7 who are 1. We'll gain 13 stress because we are compassionate but satisfied peasants. Or, what you say, I could use a new advisor. Upset peasants will give us negative 25 popular opinion and plus 5 danger. I think we'll satisfy the peasants and get that 13 stress, unfortunately. But we will kill the witch in Midvale. Mad unfortunate, but we will continue on. Sorry, witch. We can assign a guardian to Baywin here. So Baywin, you are so far studying intrigue. Very cool. Who is the most prominent intrigue character in our court? Sariane. You will be... See, this is how you can convert culture. You know what? Instead of that, can we invite... Let's take a look. This is how we're going to do it, okay? We're going to go to his court, and we're going to see if we can find a Valyrian. Not a Westerosi Valyrian, but just a normal Valyrian in his court. Westerosi Valyrian. He is a high Valyrian. Is there any high Valyrians in his court? Please let there be one. You know what? Let's go look. Find a character. High Valyrian. So Lady Rhaenys, the seahorse. So we could invite any of these people to court. So like Hagon, Hoskegis. Anybody with good intrigue. We got Maelys Balaxes. He's a high Valyrian. He will not want to come to court. What about Aegon? No. Lady Rhaenys? No. Rhaegar? Invite to court? No. Why won't they? Opinion of Lord Stannis. Opinion of me. He will definitely not come to my court. Anybody else? What about... Not stewardship, but intrigue. So actually Lord Viserys has the best intrigue here. Would you come to my court? Would you? Would you? We're just going to go down the list here. Ooh, no, don't murder. Shit. So let's look up high Valyrians. What about, like, can we search by acceptance that will enter our court? Damon of the Crownlands, Lady Sarah of the Crownlands, Naharis Valerion. We have to find someone. Just one person with high Valyrian, and they could train our kids to become high Valyrian. It doesn't look like anybody wants to join us, unfortunately. That is unfortunate, but that is typically how you would do it. What about you, sir? No, that's a Northman. So, unfortunately, we cannot train and convert culture of our kid, but we do need to assign a guardian anyways. So we'll have to just, you know, have dues with you know, what we can. So you, sir, are a Westerosi Valyrian, so that's good. Intrigue. We have Sariane, and we have Callista. Callista has the Great Pox, so we're not going to choose her. So, Baywin. Awful hair, by the way. Awful hair, but hopefully you'll grow out of it. Your brother, Lord Vaymond. And we can negotiate an alliance with Lord Ontario of Fang Hill. So I think we will negotiate an alliance because that is our half-brother. Even though we gained another 13 stress, hopefully it's not too critical. Yep, we're at 93. So marvelous, my dear brother, I'm honored by your request, and I would be glad to call you an ally. Thank you, sir. Lord Ontarion of Fang Hill, who is a lord of Casterly Rock. So very cool, very cool. Faction targeting you has disbanded its loyalist factions, I believe, because there's some sort of weird thing that happens that loyalist factions keep on being formed against me and then disbanded, so I'm not sure why. So to the miserable victor, I have been corresponding with your Chancellor Lord Vaymond, and it has been a shameful diplomatic display. You are not the man I thought you were. Damn, Lord, this has been some terrible misunderstanding. Lord Jaime loses 30 opinion of me. That's not good. Negative 52. So he desires some land from me in a diplomatic incident, and we're a title claimant. Yes, you two can marry. She's a beautiful seductress. And you, sir, are Randall, the Reach, 27, and you are 23. By all means. Go for it, you two. Our counselor died. Ulrich succumbed to fatal apoplexy. So he died of stress. And we have now Galeran Woodland. That's so very unfortunate that now Jaime doesn't like us. Can we sway him? I think we will. Try to convince him that it was all a big misunderstanding. Because we don't want to be on his bad side. Theon is no longer our maester, so we could go search for a new one. I think we will. Send a raven to Old Town. The maester, our new maester is Maester Landon, Stone Dornishman. So he has decent traits. He is bisexual and he only speaks the common tongue. He's ruthless, brave, humble, a journaler, a maester, and a traveler. So we'll spend 40 gold to get him, but that's okay. We'll get gold back. Speaking of gold, how should we go about getting more? John is still at the wall. Good for him. He's not even High Valyrian. He's a Northman. How can we go about getting more gold? So a lot of people really want me to go to war with the weaker islands of the stepstones, and it's not a bad option. Okay, it's not a bad option. Although, we could get some good people here. So like 21 troops. And we could free the slaves of Bloodstone. It's going to be a long travel to get there, and we spend 400 prestige to do it. Who else is there? Who else is there? Lord Orwell, Lord Lower Sunstone, which is down here. All of these guys are kind of equal to us. Of Lower Sunstone. So we could free the slaves there. That is only one place to conquer. It looks like they actually have one ally of Leicestermark. Let's go with the guy that has no allies. Of Bloodstone, who has 21 troops. Alright. Let's do it. Y'all convinced me. Y'all convinced me. I'm taking a wild trip. Raise all armies. Join together. Our commander would be Bobhar. I think he would be the best commander. Let's double check. Bobhar or Randall? Bobhar's 25, I'm 25, and Randall is 23. Organizer. Army movement, recruitment losses, so that's probably the best. And without further ado, let's head to the stepstones. Then we're going to travel all the way across. Excuse me. We're going to travel all the way across Westeros. Travel through Den's Lane. We're going to travel through the Gold Road. We're going to cross the Middleton River and the Great Fork. And we're going to go through King's Landing. Past the Greyhelm. Oh, looks like Lord Tybalt is having a feast. I think we should join that. Because we're still over in Midvale, so we're going to do that. Let's check on what this looks like. No dangers. If we take out the mountains and the forest guide. Let's just take out the mountaineer and see what that looks like. Yeah, we'll cancel out all danger. So we'll join Tybalt's feast. And our armies are still traveling down for 2,000. My acquaintance, we're ready to go. And we'll pass by Storm's End in the Seven Kingdoms. Servants run across the hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with delicious drink by the fire. Oh, I seem to have spotted some veal cutlets already. 35 prestige already. I think we're going to go for befriend. Let's see if Jaime is here. So far, doesn't look like it. There's Cersei, but the different Cersei. No, Jaime is not here, unfortunately. But we should go for stress loss anyway, so we'll keep it on recreation. So we're going to spend 12 gold to send our troops into the sea. So every guest is gathered in the Great Hall, and the gracious host, Lord Tybalt, has welcomed us all to the feast. So the feast begins. And we are about to embark on a journey to Bloodstone. Lord Tybalt announced a slight delay in the serving of food. Manfred looks ready to bust with frustration. In between grumbles from his stomach, I only hear grumbles of displeasure. So he is making a fool of himself and will gain 13 stress critical because we're impatient. Although Manfred has a point. Where is our food? So I'll lose 27 stress. We're kind of angry and impatient. Ah, is there anything else more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flicking torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. I'm happily settled in a corner seat, chatting with a few interesting people. It's good to get a chance to be social without being overwhelmed for once. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things. This is where I want to be. So we'll lose 135 stress. That's actually crazy. Or we could have everybody at this place gain 20 opinion of us. I don't think we absolutely need that. I'd rather lose the stress. So this is where I want to be. Well done, sir. Well done. Our armies are still traveling down with Bob Har. Unconcerned with etiquette, Josiah, and the daughter of Lord Crichton of Toadstone, slaps me on the back. I mean it, she exclaims. I'll do anything you ask me. Anything at all. Ask me, and it's done. I can smell the alcohol in Josiah's breath, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. So we get a weak favor on her. We could probably have her pay us. So you're a woman of your word, aren't you? So we'll gain a payment. She can only pay us 5 gold, so whatever. What can you do? We could call our allies into this war, but 21 troops is not that much. Pieces of sharp metal in some of the dishes, splinters on the chairs, some accidents promising bruises. Sitting at the head of the table, my acquaintance, Lord Tybalt, cannot hide the cold smile spreading across his face as another Lord Carson spits blood onto his plate. Whoa. I'll take care of Carson for now. So you get a weak favor hook on Lord Carson. Wow, he's like poisoning him. Or not even poisoning him, like putting metal in his food. Lord Manfred. Surprisingly, but not too surprisingly, Tybalt mostly glosses over his guests and instead praises himself for the quality of the feast thrown. A tad rude at best, and the amount of clapping reflects that. Hear, hear. So Lord Tybalt will gain 75, or that was unseemly. So that already has happened. You know, I'll just say hear, hear. You know, we'll support him. We're shy, we're awkward and shy, we don't know what to do with ourselves. Let's station the besiegers at Bloodstone, and then we'll travel the rest of our men 1,000 to hit these 21. Daylight pours through the windows, and just for a moment, the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to be with you, Lord Tybalt smiles at me. What a feast. Before coming, my clothes were slack and ill-fitted. Now I stagger out of Lord Tybalt's halls twice as full of food and merriment as when I arrived. This was the feast I will struggle to forget. Now we shall depart. So I gained 20 in legitimacy, and I gained a trait evil reveler, but 39 stress. Yeah, kind of wait, I think we have other pursuits. Unfortunately, we're not a reveler. We're way too shy for all of that. But we are at war. Battle of Bloodstain, and the battle's over just like that. The procession has ground to a halt and the stone's throw away from Hillview. I look over to my courtier, Winton, dismounted, intently staring at something on the ground. The other entourage members have gathered around him. Winton looks up as I approach. My lord, there's an ant path here. I may be a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. He pauses. My great-grandfather did, and he never returned home. I like how we lose all of that stress, but then we gain it all back. So this is nonsense. I'll take over as guide. So Winton, he'll not like us, but we'll have a 52% chance that we gain 75 prestige. Awesome. So at long last, I'm finally home. Well, welcome home, sir. And I'll take my troops back to pair up with them, and then I'll cross the besiegers once again. We'll hit these last 6 troops. Regency has ended with Karya. And that's it. The war's over. Enforce our demands. So my camp roars with life as soldiers celebrate the great victory. As fine a feast as could be prepared is laid out for all of them to enjoy. One of the captains enter my tent, an expression of pride upon his face. Lord Victor, a few of the new freedmen request an audience. I nod to him, awaiting the flurry of thanks the former slaves are sure to give. Lyanna approaches with other freedmen at her heels. They stop just before me and kneel. My lord, when the slaves stole us, they destroyed our homes, butchered our families. Lyanna glances at a familiar face, Allah beside her, as if to draw from her strength while holding back tears. We thank you for freeing us from their grasp, but there is nothing for us to go back to. I humbly plead that you take us into your service. We are all very skilled at our crafts. I am certain you can find use for us. So let us take a look at who we got. So we have Lyanna Armdoor, Father of the Seven, Stone Dornish. She's decent martial, decent learning, okay prowess. She doesn't have very many good traits, arrogant, stubborn, and trusting. We also got Alla Dubane. Dubane. She's a North woman. She's infirm, so she's going to be dying soon. Not great, people. What about you, sir? You're brave, you're honest, you're a skilled technician, reckless, trained fighter, and a freedman. Great prowess, great martial. So that, Barris Restjoy is a very good find out of all these people. So we won our war, we'll disband our armies, they'll make their own ways home, and we will continue on now getting 3 new people in our court. One of them, a great commander. Can he be appointed to any of the accolades? No, we have both of our accolades full. We can't make any more for now. But we have Barris here. Barris Redjoy. He's a Reachman, so look at his armor there. He's a big, strong guy. Good for him. And awesome. So we'll continue on here. We did win 2 battles. So one of the first battle was the 30th, and this one was on the 16th of the 6th moon. Yep. So we lost 12 soldiers. They lost 16. They only had 21 men. 4 of our knights killed people. One of our levies, our 846 levies, killed 1 person. And Larissa died, was slain in battle by Motwell. And Thalassa was slain in battle by Tywin Patson. So that was the very first battle in the Stepstones. The second battle, lost 7 men, they lost 0. So nothing happened there. And then we won the war just by 2 battles. So awesome stuff. We could declare more wars on the Stepstones, but I think 1 is enough for now. We can demand payments. Lord Carson, we're going to ask 20 gold from you, sir. And we appreciate it. So let's continue on and see what comes of this. Ooh, Lord Damon's grand wedding. Lord Damon, you are in the Golden Tooth, and you are married to Lady Coriane of the Golden Tooth. Absolutely, we'll go to a wedding. You know, I've never done a grand wedding event before, so I'm very excited to see what this holds. So this is a forest and a major road. County controls plus 23. So do we need to cancel that out through mercenaries? No. It said forest, so let's go to a forest guide. No. How about this? We'll do Mountaineer. We'll customize our route. So after Midvale, we'll go through here. Then after the Golden Tooth, we'll go through there. So now we'll skip out on that little county over there, and we'll go to the Golden Tooth, which will give us some lifestyle. No, martial, and 5 trait experience for seasoned traveler. So that's awesome. And let's go to this wedding. First time I'm at a wedding at this game, so I'll very interested to see what we got. So my acquaintance Lord is hosting a grand wedding in the Golden Tooth. It's time for us to depart. I suppose we must. Felice, you are injured. You're one-legged. You're wounded. Oh, is she one of my captains? Yes, it looks like it. So I suppose we must. Let's go. On the road takes us through treacherous parts of road water. While I scan for the dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. It could be none other than Ilyas jumps out of the bush, holding a plant. You scared me. But what if it's poison? We'll lose 20 stress and gain 100 learning lifestyle points if a rash appears where the plant touched. So he does. I gained an unknown rash, which is a tiny penalty. Which we still should be fine, right? Yeah, we're feeling fine. So we have arrived at the wedding. The groom is Malador Brax, and the bride is Heather Roxton. Heather Roxton and Malador Brax. Very cool. Love to be here. Can we befriend, seduce, diplomacy, mischief? Gain an alliance with a selected character. Ooh. So we could get an alliance with Tytos. Dole of the Crag. Of Crake Hall. All of these are valid targets. Lady Malia of Duskendale is Lord Viserys' Chancellor. Anybody else here that we might want to? No, nobody crazy. But Craig Hall would be a big one. Craig Hall has 6,000 troops. So you know what? Let's see if we can form an alliance through diplomacy. May not arrive in time. I highly doubt that. So we're gonna, because we don't need any recreation. We don't need a murder. We don't really need to seduce. We're not the type. So let's go for diplomacy. Let's see if we can get an alliance with Craig Hall. Wouldn't that be something? So we continue on at the grand wedding of Lord Damon. Looks like there's something we could do here. Demand payment. No, we're not going to do that. Ooh, the Swords of the Golden Scales need a worthy successor. Turns out that other guy didn't want to do it anymore. Does not serve as a captain. So unfortunately, Swords of the Golden Scales does not have a worthy successor at the moment. So let's continue on. Yeah, I'm absolutely excited for the dragon update that's coming early next month, or later this month, I'm sorry. I think it's actually next week, if I'm correct. As well as, not only there's the dragon update for a Game of Thrones, but there's also another update for Crusader Kings 3, which actually allows for unlanded characters to do things in the game. Which then, once that gets updated into a Game of Thrones, that would be very cool to see. I would absolutely love to see what they can do with unlanded characters. Dothraki hordes, for example. You know, they're like a movement horde instead of just like, you know, a king. So hopefully they can add more to Essos. But yeah, I'm super excited for all of the new updates. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see what they'll do, because this game is just, it's keeping me entranced. Absolutely. So the wedding is still going on. You were waiting for the ceremony to begin 3 months until it begins. So damn, that's a long ass time. I've been here forever. 46 days. Guest list looks like Tybalt is here, so that's good. And yeah, so we'll just rock it out here as the wedding bells ring. 16 days, 14 days. Awesome, here we are. I look around myself in excitement. Everywhere I lay my eyes on, there are mingling guests, flowers on every surface, buzzing servants with loaded dishes, and a very proud host, Lord Damon. Checking on the final details, the nervous but excited spouses, Malador and Heather, are standing at ready. The ceremony is about to begin. I cannot wait. This will be exciting. Start a legend. So as the ceremony runs its course, I finally managed to place myself by Lord Tybalt, and had to engage him in some small talk, which rapidly moves into a more interesting field, politics. We share some casual remarks until I lead him exactly where I wanted him. You can never feel too safe. Your enemies are always getting stronger around you. So a pity if someone took advantage of that, huh? So Tybalt is not intimidated, and I lose 20 stress. Or it's a good to have strong allies in times of need. So 33% Tybalt is impressed, or 67% he doesn't trust us. So it doesn't look like this alliance is going to happen. But let's see. Let's roll this dice. 33%. He is impressed. Awesome. We completed our diplomatic intent. You lost 20 stress. Lord Tybalt gained 20 opinion of me and of you, an alliance deal. So can we ally him? That's huge. So we did form an alliance with Tybalt. That is incredible. Tybalt the Boar of Craig Hall. That is awesome. Now we got a much stronger alliance within the Westerlands. So we might want to use that to our advantage. What should we do with that? So the ceremony is still going on. Now we're going to recreation. What if we found another ally here? The Crag. Gawain the Dole of the Crag. How much does the men does? So 2,000, not a hell of a lot. This guy has 2,000. Of Withermore. Banefort. 5,000 troops. You know what? Let's try to get him as an ally. Wow, what if we get like 3 different allies? So, yep, another faction targeted, you disbanded, so Loyalist is constantly being created and destroyed. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So the ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed, and all that's left is final vows, the formal consent, the seal of the marriage, as both Malidor and Heather say, "I do." The crowd starts cheering, and we all stand and witness the beginning of their lives together. Exciting. Incredible stuff. Now there's a feast. The formal part of the wedding, the ceremony, is finally behind us. Everyone is smiling in anticipation of their gargantuan meal, exciting entertainment, and general revelry we are about to be offered. Let's tuck in. Enjoy. So let's see if we can form a second alliance at this wedding. Every wedding banquet is host to a frankly interminable number of speeches, some long, some short, some honest, some deceptive, rolling up and down the hall, punctuating every course of the feast in waves. As my turn nears, I am left wondering, should I consider the happy couple or try to grab attention from my wordplay? After all, it's an easy double meanings to get lost for the most in the sea of words. Praise the couple as expected. Show your oratory skills. So 50% excellent speech, 85% an adequate speech. Awkwardly sit back down without saying anything. We'll lose 135 stress. We don't need that. So I think we'll just praise the happy couple as expected. We're not gonna do anything crazy. So very cool. Heather Roxton and Malidor Brax. What is this? Is there any meat on this bone? Do men usually eat vegetables this small? Are these kind of meals I can expect in the Seven Hells? Oh, and where are the sweets? This must be the way the peasants eat. So delightful, I say. So you gained life reaffirmed for 5 years and 27 stress as well. Lord Damon gets 75 prestige. So every feast, there's always one. Every single feast, one long-winded, ill-born pissant cornering people who will just not be silent. It's time. This time it's Meldrick here of Pate's Mill. And he's deeply confusing. His words clearly make sense to him, but they sound almost entirely unconnected to me. It's been a half an hour of trying to figure out what part in this conversation is. I am going to scream. Gently exit the conversation. Shut up. Again, Snooty. That's very interesting. You're tactful, but nothing more. You gain approachable for 15 years. That's something a shy person would do. That's very interesting. Grin and bear it. Listen to every last word. I think we're going to grin and bear it. You've gained a favor hook on Master Meldrick. Maybe we can have him pay for that. By any reasonable standards, the evening's food is an exciting medley of textures, flavors, and spectacle. Though this is a particularly special occasion, near my seat both Lord Dennis and Lord Edwin share their opinions about the spread. Aha, substantial refreshment in good time, cries Dennis. Wonderful, I can't stand a thousand bitty courses. I'm not sure why the course progression is so rushed, Edwin complains. It took everyone forever to get here, and now we're speeding through the meal. I think I'm on your side, Dennis. Edwin has the right idea. Nod along without paying attention. I think we'll do the shy route and just, sit and agree. We're very agreeable, Lord Victor. So that is awesome. Lord Sebastian brawls with the rival Lord Jason. Uh-oh. Not at the wedding. The banquet hall's trimmings are beautiful, a medley of murals of rare flowers, even if they're not strictly the most expensive available. Near my seat, Lord Dennis and Lord Stefan share their opinions of the decorations. Perhaps it's not the most magnificent it can be, nods Dennis, but it's still a fine effort from plenty of heart. To me, it feels like the event was oversold, Stefan complains. Why invite so many people if all it was is that could be afforded? I think we're just not going to get involved. Anybody arguing around us, we're just going to sit there in silence and nod our head and fake laugh and smile. Though not an absolute grandest affair, the evening's entertainments are still an exciting array of actors, acrobats, jugglers, and more. Near my seat, both Lord Sebastian and Lord Edwin share their opinions on the display. The perfect amount of performance to be seemly, nods Sebastian with satisfaction. He's our ally, Sebastian. Or at least was. There should be many more, Edwin complains. Those few that aren't enough to get up to anything truly daring. So Lord Sebastian can become my friend and Lord Edwin loses 15 opinion of us. You know, I think we'll become friends with Sebastian. Yeah, we made a friend. Yay. It feels like I've been eating, drinking, mingling, dancing, and singing for days. Soon the celebrations will wind down and the spouses will retire to their private chambers for the consummation of the wedding. For us who remain, though, let's pour another drink and let's toast to the spouses. It's time. Consummation. Wedding night. Get after it, everybody. Get after it. The newlyweds have taken their leave, co-signed by their families of the bedchamber to consummate their union. The rest of us return to the banquet hall to make merry and celebrate. Cooped up all day, surrounded by strangers as the ceremony and then the banquet drag on and on interminably. I'm relieved to now have liberty. The rest of the evening is mine to spend how I wish. So no better time to rifle through chambers, so 14 gold, so we could go steal from them. We can spend 35 prestige and lose 101 stress. Finally, I can get out of this damned place. Let's see what the servants have overheard tonight. So you will learn somebody's secret, 50% chance of, lose 12 gold. It looks like a poor Derek could do with a hand. Lord Derek here. The Timid of Ashmark. You know what? It looks like poor Derek could do a hand, and we'll gain forming a friendship with Lord Derek. Maybe we can get an ally for friends. This is like an ally-filled wedding. So one after another, all the guests are leaving. It's time for me to depart. The wedding is a grand occasion to mingle with the peers and relax, and I abandon the premises tired and satisfied, sending my best wishes to the spouses for their prosperous and happy union. Congratulations again. So awesome, we've finished the wedding. Master Meldrick is willing to pay us 20 gold for that, for helping him out. So we'll do that. At long last, I am finally home. Regency ended. And things move on. So we do have allies here. So let's take a look at all of our allies. We are allied to Lord Tybalt, the Boar of Craighill. We're allied to Lord Jaime, the Kingslayer. We're allied to the Lord Sebastian of the Fair Isle. We're allied to both of our brothers, as well as our other half-brother, Lord Ontario of Fang Hill. So we do have a decent set of alliances. And I believe, if I understand correctly, we do have sanctioned war declarations. We could go after Land's Point. Let's see what happens if we did. Let's go fabricate fabricate a claim on feast fires, and hopefully we could pay extra gold to get all of Land's Point. That would be magnificent. All right, let's continue on. Let's see what happens. So, Archon Nello, Haro Tyroshi hybrid culture. Very cool. I wonder if we could do like a hybrid culture. Your culture is not present in at least one county in your realm. You know what? We should probably do that. That's with Lord Damon. See, I need the gold though for now. We'll get Westerosi Valyrians in Midvale in no time, but not right now. So let's continue on. We need to gain some gold in order to go to Old Valyria. Maybe we can get a sword or a dragon egg, potentially. My knight Barris Restjoy is requesting to marry Master Morik of Taya Patstrip. Patstrip. Yes, you can. Yeah, they're hale, so that would be really nice if they had some hale, strong kids. So this is Rat Strip, but that other girl's name was Pat Strip. So, interesting. Faction created against us. Loyalist faction, by the way. I wouldn't worry too much about that, ladies and gentlemen. We still need a worthy successor. So we'll just wait on that. Someone will come about eventually. So we do have options. We could go into Denslane, Lordship of Rattle. We could expand that way, but I'm really thinking we should take this peninsula here. You know, the Lion's Fang. You would think. Land's Point. And we could take out the Presters. Keep all these other guys as lords, you know. But I think we have enough allies to do so. Casterly Rock, you have 6,000 men. So that's good. We could designate a guardian for Jaharion. Let's see, he is a steward. So I think who is the best steward here? We have Valena here, a Westerosi Valyrian. She is the best steward. Yes, I think we'll do that. We'll have Valena educate Jaharion to be a proper steward. More than I can. I'm only 9. We do have 15 marshal. So let's continue on. Now, we are allied to Lord Jaime, so we can't go to war with him. Okay, we'll keep rocking it on. Damon has come running to me in tears. Turns out he got into a fight. So poor child. Well, it's okay. It'll all be over soon. All over now, not soon. Damon will fight with the bullies. You gain 6 stress. 65% chance that he gains 75 prestige, prowess, and martial. 65? Yeah, I'll take 6 stress for that. Fights back with dignity and wins. Great job. So now he's at 5 prowess and 3 martial. And he's going for stewardship as well. But I'm his guardian. Lady Cara tries to protect from Lord Victus. Oh my god, what is it? She's a witch! Our wife's a witch! She doesn't have any gold. But that is very interesting. Offer knight tutelage. So I'd like your son and heir Damon Goldfyre to become the squire of Tywin Lannister, a most skillful knight. Tywin Lannister. He has 10 prowess, great diplomacy. And he's the Duchy of the High Lordship of field lines. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Damon. No, we'll find him ourselves. We'll find him ourselves. We'll find him our own squire to attend to. So let's look for that real quick while we're here. Can we have him? He's not even a knight, is he? No, he's not even a knight. But he is an aspiring blade master, which is awesome. A great trait to have. Princess Nola of the Crownlands. What about Lord Paramountcy of Dragonstone? He is a knight. Can he? No, he won't. So let's go over to Jaime Lannister. Let's not take him too far. So can you offer Squire Damon Goldfyre and Lord Jaime Lannister? That would be incredible. Learn from the best, sir. Learn from the best. 57 prowess is absolutely insane. I'm going to decline that, though. Does Jaime hate us for... We are happy to accept proposing squire arrangement. Awesome. And he doesn't like us too much because of we declined him. Swords of the Golden Scales. Imprisoned vassals. Lord Vaymond. We're not going to imprison you, Vaymond, even though you didn't accept us. We're not going to grant him any titles. We still have 2 or 3 domain holdings, so we could increase by 1 more. Which will probably just take the High Lordship. We gained a Steward lifestyle point. Awesome. I think we're going to go for development, growth, and reign capital. Meritocracy, learning language. Vassal contribution. We'll do that. And who can be the guardian? Well, actually... hopefully he can learn a language. Yes, absolutely. Start studying the Valyrian tongue. Stops learning scheme against Bob Hart. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to teach our son, Damon Goldfyre, the Valyrian language. Perfect. We'll do that. Especially as he's a kid, you know. Fair Isle is rocking out above us. So we'll just continue on here. There's Ashmark up here with Derek the Timid. That's the one we helped. Offer squire. No, we don't need to do any of that. Damon has announced that he is feeling unwell and will not be able to attend his classes. Looks like he is gaining shy. Damon may have the talent for schemes or lazy. I'm kind of thinking deceitful. Yeah, we're going to go for deceitful. Shy is an awful trait. Because you got to be a little social, you know? But, before we do anything else, before we're getting too old here, let's lay with our wife again and see if she could give us another child, hopefully with Valyrian traits. So she's keen on it. We're going to be waiting for her for 5 gold. And I would rather not. Oh, you gotta be kidding. The audacity. The audacity. Child starts studying languages. Can we have you? Oh, see, starts a learn language scheme against Bobhar? Study target? Does he speak Valyrian? Oh, he does speak Valyrian. So that's interesting. You would think that I would do it. Can he do both? So yes. He can have Damon and Jaharion study the language. What about Baywin here? Can you do 3 children? Relationships, lovers, Dasana. You know, I think they all 3 of them can. And you know, while we're at it, let's get Daenerys. She's too young. She's too young. So let's continue on. But I think that will end the episode for today. A lot of things have happened. You know, we're gaining some strong alliances within the Westerlands. Soon we are fabricating a claim on Lands Point. So we might be able to take that whole duchy and then keep it for ourselves. And then, you know, pass off more vassalization to the other points. And then maybe we can either reinstall Jaime or take the throne for ourselves if we have enough power to do so. And if we gather enough support with the other lords of the Westerlands. Because all of them seem to like me. So, unfortunately, I could not have Lord Victor turn back into a High Valyrian, but it's okay. There's other High Valyrians, like Viserys and his children. So there's still opportunities to get High Valyrian back into our culture, or we could even diverge from the Westerosi Valyrians and make like a little High Valyrian sect. Also, we can go off the Faith of the Seven and create a new version, which allows us to, you know, be like true Valyrians. But on that note, like I said in the beginning of this episode, I appreciate all the love and support that you have given the channel thus far. We are above 500 subscribers, which is absolutely insane to me. So I very much appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without all of you that have commented, liked the previous videos. I can't wait for the new dragon update. I'm going to probably start a new playthrough with that, continuing this one, but starting a new one. And I think on that note, you know, leave name suggestions down in the comments. Put comments down on what we should do next. And I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.